Hi everyone, I have finished this very sweet, quite small book called Aria Vale by Chroma, and I thought I would do a little flip through of the pages. This isn't my colouring, by the way, this is what's already on the cover. It is an Amazon printed book. This came from the US, and I found the paper quite toothy, even more so than some of the other US Amazon books that I have. So it created a few challenges for me when I was colouring it, but I shall explain as I show you through. So it's quite a sweet book, Comic Sans print, and it's done on one side only with the little title of the page on the other side. It means you can use lots of different media. Now this was actually done with watercolour pencils, and it was actually the page I felt worked the best. It did take quite a long time, but I felt like the wetting process of the pencils, I think I actually activated them with a blending solution. These were the Castle Arts pencils, by the way, and I also went over them. So I did a base with watercolour, and some of it I left like the sky, but then some of it, like here, I went around the edges to emphasise parts of it, and the same on some of the brickwork and things like that, and drawing on some fur and things. So that was that one. It was actually the second one I did, I think. Well, whereas this one I used what I think was maybe Arteza Expert pencil, something like that, and I just did a few layers, and you can see a lot of paper through. Now sometimes I don't mind that, but I felt it's given it a little bit of a scruffy look somehow to the page. It looks a bit rushed, I don't know, but just because of all the that pen. And this one as well, I got the same sort of thing, so I wasn't too happy with how it looked. So on my next one I did it slightly differently, I think. I didn't do them in order though, so it might not be the next page. So I felt this was too much the same colour. I wanted the colours to, there not to be too many different colours, but I felt that it was a bit too much the same. This one has got a few more layers of colour. You see a bit of shading on our animals and things like that. I actually spent a little bit longer. I don't know what pencils I used on this. By looking at the colour, I'm reckoning these are the Arteza Experts again, but I just layered it up a little bit more so it looks a little bit brighter and there's less paper showing through. Now this one I tried something a bit different. The mirror, I used a chrome marker. It looks quite nasty when it's flat like that, but when you tip it to the light it definitely looks mirrored. I'm still trying to master it. It doesn't come out very evenly, but you know. Anyway, but I wanted to sort of almost, I thought she was like in a wedding dress, and I sort of wanted her to be in a white dress, but when I left it white it just looked like I hadn't coloured it really. I think had I done a background round it might have worked, but I didn't want to do that, so anyway, so I did it sort of purple pretty colours instead. Now this one has a lot of wood colours in it, but I didn't mind. I quite like the warmth from the browns, but I tried to do the walls and the floor in a different colour to the tables and chairs, and then it just helped it to stand out. I did the characters all the same colour. I was always a bit unsure every time I coloured a page what colour to do the characters. Do you do them all different or the same? Do they match? Are they different? Are they like teddy bear? Should the cat and rabbit have been different? I just didn't know. Anyway, I had some fun with this stripy umbrella. There's a bit of pen on the menu, this menu, because it was coloured in black. I used a Posca pen, but perhaps I should have used it for those as well, so it sort of matched. Not sure. Anyway, that's that one. And I missed the apple sticks, I've just noticed. Now this one, I'm not sure what pencils again, really unsure. But I was always, I didn't have the right colour for brick, so I did it sort of pinky colours, and I was quite pleased with it actually. The colour of the bricks worked well. It's a bit scruffy though. I could have spent a bit longer on it, but now this one was interesting with all these windows. What do you do with lots of windows? Well, you go around the frame in a in a grey, and then you put a darker grey around the edge, and then you just put some lines across to make it look like it's reflecting light, and then you have to worry about what's outside the window. Also, I felt that although I can't draw, and I would never have tried this, if you put something through the window, it would distract from what's going on in here, and this is supposed to be about looking at what's going on in the room. That was my thought. It's not an excuse. I would never have tried that anyway. It's just not my capability, shall we say. But I quite like the simple colour palette on this one, see, these three are all teddy, so I did them like teddy colour. Now this one I think is a cat, but I thought it was quite nice keeping them all the same colour. You know, in the other one I wasn't sure if it was right to keep them the same colour, but I think if these three had all been the same and then this one different, I'm not sure it would have worked. Anyway, it's my view. Here we have another one with a lot of grey. Got a lot of stonework in all of these pictures, so it takes a lot of grey. This was done with Staedtler Design Journey pencils, I think, because I recognise those tones of grey. I didn't know if this was a fountain, but that's how I drew it. And these two are slightly different colours, but I sort of kept the... I don't know what that was there. I don't know if it should have been coloured in, if it was a white bit like that or what. I was a bit confused. Anyway. Yeah, I sort of wanted them different colours in this picture. I don't know why. But I kept a lot of this similar, just because I quite like this being the focus of the picture. Now we have, oh yes, this is a sort of shop selling spices really. There's a lot going on in this picture, so I kept quite a lot of it simple. Again, matching colours. These two are the same colour, the wood's all the same, that sort of thing. It was quite a challenge because I decided to do silvery metal and then we had glass. So trying to make them look a bit different, but I think it was okay. And this one was the soup shop. Now I was in two minds whether to do another colour for that, but I really wanted red and white. I felt that's how it would look. I did consider that perhaps I should have done some shadow each side and maybe a bit of shadow on the white with some grey, but in the end I just left it quite plain. It's a lot of wood in this picture, and trying to make the different things stand out was a little bit challenging, but I had a go. And I like colouring wood, so I did enjoy it, but perhaps I should have coloured in the sea. I've just noticed that I didn't do that. Now this one, I was trying to make the roof look like it was stained glass. I'm not sure it really came out that well, but that was my intention. Look, I've missed a bit again. Never mind. I'm tempted, I've got a pencil to my side. I'm tempted to have a go and finish it, but I won't. And I kept, this is the night sky sort of here, but and again I haven't coloured the stars in. Really slapdash, wasn't I, with this one? But I didn't want it to be really dark, so I did a little bit of purple. I'm not sure whether I should have gone over that darker because the moon doesn't really stand out. But it was difficult to know quite how to do that really. I wasn't sure because you got it here, but does that mean that colour should really be all the way around? I like to keep it within the page really. Now this one is a nice sort of Halloweeny one, so if you haven't done this one, then maybe save it for your Halloween, because you've got the moon, we've got the wizard brewing something in the cauldron. I kept it lots of pinks and purples because that's what I thought worked nicely together, but you don't have to do it that way. We've got a night sky again. I didn't colour the sky, I just coloured the clouds and the moon's going through there. You could put some glitter on it or something to make it really special. Yeah, all the mushrooms are the same colour. It was interesting, I've never coloured mushrooms pink and purple before, so that was a bit of fun for me, a bit different. We've got all this wood going on as well. Now this was the first picture that I did in the book, and I really enjoyed playing around with the wood on this one. I don't know what pencils I used for this, but it is the best one, and it was the first one I did, so I don't know. I'm thinking it's probably polychromos, you know, probably. I sort of matched up the red with the mailbox and the flowers and all the yellow windows. I just really enjoyed that one. So that is the last one. So there we go. And there's the end of the book. So just a short one, but hopefully if you've got the book and you're looking for a few ideas either of what to do or what not to do, then there you go. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope that you have a really super day and happy colouring.